Hi guys, good morning, bonjour. In this video, we will be talking about starter coils and starting locks and pretty much what locks are, how they form, and why do you start with coils, what other methods can you start with, and then I'm gonna really try and show a slow-mo of how I start starter coils or how I do starter coils with freehand parts. Okay, so we're gonna start with how I do the coils first. I start on freshly washed hair and moisturized hair, and I keep a spray bottle handy to make sure the hair is moisturized as I go. If I'm doing a freehand part, I just do like a C pattern and I pull out the hair and I clean up that part. Even though it's a freehand part, it doesn't mean it has to be sloppy or the parts don't have any pattern to them. There should still be a pattern. That's why I'm cleaning up around the part to make sure it looks really neat. And here I'm going to go through and do the actual coil. I start at the base and I roll the comb in between my index and my thumb. I give about 5 to 6 rolls around the base, just to make sure I have that base to start with, and then I work my way down the hair. With shorter hair, this is obviously much faster, much quicker. With longer hair, it requires more detail and attention, and really you have to develop a rhythm to keep the hair in the comb. One thing I noticed when people are first starting out, or even when I was first starting out, the hair would come out of the comb. And I had to develop a rhythm to keep the hair in the comb. Once I did that, that was never an issue. And I'll show you when the hair does come out of the comb what I do. So this is real time, not slowed down, of how I do a starter coil. And it's really quick, really fast, even on long hair. Although if you are just starting out, I would take my time. Once again, I'm cleaning up that part. And I'm detangling the hair. Detangling the hair is a must, or it will not go through the comb. You'll have a lot of difficulty there. And I'm really getting that base together. And most times I put my thumb on it to secure it. I didn't the first time, just to show you guys what it looked like. Once again, I'm going in with the C shape parting, making sure that part is still neat. Even if it's not a grid or a diamond, it still needs to be neat parting. Detangle it. I'm going to start at that base. A really controlled roll of the comb. The elasticity of the hair is really, really important for this part as well. This does not really, starter coils do not really work on heat damaged hair. Heat damaged hair or hair that's just too loose, or even straight hair is obviously a no-go. Now, if I was going to do a grid pattern, I usually would separate the hair into 4 sections and work through each section and make sure I mirror one side to the other. If I was going to do a diamond pattern, I would start at the base of the head. But since I'm doing a freehand, I just start from the back and work my way to the front. And I do this to ensure that my parts in the front are neat and I'm able to make them look flattering. And this is what I do once if the coil comes out of the comb. And of course I have my water bottle handy to keep it moisturized. That is the key to coils. They have to be moisturized. Now, once these coils are done being installed, I will advise my client to keep them protected at night, keep the hair moisturized, and do not be afraid to wash. Do not think you have to go 3, 4, 5, 6 months without washing. You can wash your hair 2 to 4 weeks after having your coils installed. Yes, there might be some unraveling. Yes, the coils will swell up, but that is part of the locking process. The coils will enter phase 1 of the locking process, which is the beginner lock phase. The hair is still soft, the coil is still in the spiral configuration, the coil is smooth, and the ends are open. The coil will be shiny in texture, and then it will enter the phase 2, which is the pre-lock phase, where the hair begins to kind of try to mesh and basically find its way as to how this system of hair is going to work. And in the pre-lock phase, the separate units, which are locks or starter locks, they begin to puff up. They'll expand in size once you wash them. Then they will contract, or if you do retwist, they will contract and then open back up with every wash, contract with every retwist. And this will cause the locks to enter the phase 3, which is the budding phase, where you can feel the little bulbs or the little fat parts of the locks that are still there even after you retwist, and the ends will start trying to seal. And then you'll enter phase 4, and phase 4 is when the hair begins to regain the length, because you will experience a lot of shrinkage. And once you enter stage 4, where the hair's starting to kind of mature, your hair will start going back into the shoot phase, where it starts to grow and you'll see some more length. It will still be frizzy. Frizz is a huge thing. And if you go back and watch a lot of my other starter lock videos, you'll see where I show the first wash or the second wash, and it's not pretty. It looks like a big old fro, but that is the process. You have to go back and maintain it if you choose not to freeform. So yes, the locks will still be frizzy even in the growing phase, even in the phase where your locks have formed or have almost formed, or in the maturation phase, or they're more mature. When all your locks are fully mature, the ends will seal and they will be dense. However, they will be a little dull, not really because your hair is unhealthy, but because it's not in the coils anymore. You have a lot of hair inside these interworkings and units that you call locks now. so the shininess won't be there as much, but that's okay because your hair is not loose anymore. You have a lot of hair in one unit. So although the hair will have that healthy shine to it, it will not reflect light as much as you see these coils are doing right here, even when oil is sprayed on it. And of course, in the maturation phase, your locks will get much, much longer. And the rest is history from then on. Lock journeys are very beautiful things to go on. I feel that most people that have gone on lock journeys, at least the ones that I know, get something from it. They love it. And I believe this client here will as well. Oh, this is her finished look, her finished style. Yes, you can style starter locks, just in moderation, and they must be taken out at an appropriate time. That is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.